Hey guys, real quick before we get into the episode, don't forget to
like us on Facebook at facebook.com/HellaAverageGaming. Follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/HellaAverageGaming, average spelled AVG. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Follow us on SoundCloud at soundcloud.com/HellaAverageGaming. Listen to us on Stitcher, check us out on iTunes, and make sure to listen to us on Google Play.
And with all that said and done, let's get to it.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Hella Average Games cast. We are on the 101st episode. I feel like they made a Disney movie about 101 podcasts, didn't they?
Something like that. They were in the shape of puppies, but it was about podcasts.
I knew it was something like that. I'm never wrong, basically.
Exactly.
But as you can tell, there's no Jeremy echoing in the background. He is out today. He decided to go hurt his back because he's an old man and he had too much cranky built up in him and it just fucked his back all up.
I know, this motherfucker didn't even get out of bed. Fucked his back up.
He said he woke up, couldn't even put his pants on. It was so bad.
He didn't want to put them on.
Jeremy doesn't wear pants. What are we talking about? So it's going to be me and you. What do you think, Carmen? You think we can make it through this?
We got about 3 more minutes and then the show will be over.
It's dead. It was dead before it started. We're kidding.
That's right.
But we are here to talk about video games like we do every week. And I'm sure that we can keep you entertained for at least a few minutes. And we got some news to go over. A lot of cool announcements. We had some little press conferences. Sony did their state of play. So before we get into all that, let me hear what you've been playing, Carmen, since the last time we spoke.
Well, my major grind has been Division 2. I'm up to, I think, a 507 gear score. And I'm really starting to dial in on the recalibrations, getting better gear, and trying to push my character up a bit more now that I somehow just randomly got a grasp on that whole system.
It's pretty confusing.
It is. It was confusing at first. And then I was like, trying to figure it out and trying to see what is going to work best for me. And I'm working on an LMG build and probably an assault rifle build because I'm really enjoying the AUG that I have because that shit shreds. And
that's funny because I'm looking at the same type of build. So
great minds think alike. Look at you being like me. What a coinky dink.
You know what I did yesterday? I just went to the calibration machine and tore down a couple pieces of gear just to fucking see how it worked.
Just wasting all them mats, boy.
Yeah, I just had to see what happened, man.
Got this fucking awesome piece of gear that is irrelevant to your whole build.
Well, so I had the piece of gear I actually changed. Had something I wasn't using, I forget. I think it was pistol damage on it. And I got to change it out for critical hit damage. So I traded out pretty good.
Yeah, that is a pretty good trade. I'm going for like critical hit chance, weapon damage, LMG damage. I'm going to be soon looking for assault rifle damage gear.
And for those who haven't played the game, like once you hit, we're in tier 5 right now. That's the end of the end game. That's when you really start. The gear you get is it all matters. You can start building your gear, your loadouts at that point. It gets very in depth. You can break down gear to take attributes from other gear. You can add mods to your gear. There's a lot of stuff you can do here.
Yeah, so what'd you think about that tier 4 control point? Were you just cranky?
I was cranky. I was tired, and we ended up doing it at the end of the night. So we did it with, I guess we should explain what we do. When you get to tier 5 in the division, you start out at, it's like a wanted level, right?
It's an alert level.
Alert level. You start at alert level 1, and then when you do stuff around the map, your alert level goes up for certain control points or whatnot. So we got it all the way up to level 4, where it's nothing but gold enemies who don't die. These robots walking around that can one-shot you. Drones that just appear out of nowhere. I'm pretty sure they're fucking invisible. It's crazy. It is fucking insane.
Me and Will did one 2-man, and then this other one, we thought this one was a breeze. We weren't even stressing.
I don't even know what my gear was. Like, as soon as we got done with it, I cut it off.
Damn, you just collected the loot and pieced out?
And then I was out. Yeah, I was tired. I was like, fuck this.
That's fucking funny.
But this division grind, it's been basically what you've been up to lately.
Yeah, that's it. And then I played a little bit of Rocket League, working on my week 4 Rocket Pass challenges. And this week's going to be hard to finish. There's some tough ones.
Are you still enjoying that Rocket Pass?
Yeah, dude, it's so fun. Makes the game so enjoyable. Like last night, most of the challenges dealt around casual mode. So like playing casual, you just fucking slap.
What so like give us an example of some of the challenges this week. I know last week you had to like throw wows out, and that's right up your alley. What's something cool you got to do this week?
So this week you have to take 30 shots in online modes. You have to win 2 games of drop shot. We had to play 2 games with the string trimmer motor, which was annoying.
What is that? A string trimmer motor?
Okay, so think about like an electric weed eater.
Uh-huh.
Like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
So you had to play with that for 2 matches, and then what's some other ones? There's one where you have to do 5 consecutive matches with the Aloha banner, and I thought I did it, but I didn't get it, so maybe I did something wrong. And then the last challenge is, man, my memory's gonna fail me on the last one.
Oh no. Yeah, you made it through this far, so I'm pretty proud of you.
Yeah, fuck, I don't know the last one, but it's probably oh no, one of them is score so many points. So like
yeah,
you
so
have
it
to
sounds
score
like
so
it's a
many
little bit more skill intensive this time.
Yeah, it's like, make sure you get some shots on. So like in 5 games, I shot 20 times. So 20 out of the 30 I already have done.
Nice, very cool.
Yeah, so it was fun.
It seems cool because it gives you a different way to play a game. Anytime, like in these battle passes, the same way with like Fortnite or any other game you play online, you get used to playing a certain way, and then it's like, get 10 kills with a shotgun or whatever you're doing in Rocket League, stuff like that. It gives you a different way to play the game, so it does switch up the monotony a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely made the game super enjoyable.
Very nice, very nice. So Division and Rocket League, that's it, huh?
That's it, and then my usual mobile gambit, the Tap Titans 2 update, as the servers have smoothed themselves out, and everything is going good there.
So was the update that big one that you've been waiting on for so long?
Yeah, it was the big clan upgrade, so now there's clan raids, and we've been slapping and coming up with plans and getting everything together, because it introduced like a little card system and a boss to fight, basically. So we're getting it in over there in my clan.
So, I mean, was it well received in the Tap Titans community?
Well, when it dropped, there was a lot of server issues, so there was a lot of lag, and scores weren't being submitted, and you couldn't pick up loot. But now that it's working well, I think everybody's enjoying it pretty much. And then they're dropping another update tomorrow to bring Tier 2 raids, plus more artifacts, plus more shit. So that should be really cool.
Very nice. Keeping it going with the mobile, I like that. You're the one guy
sir.
who plays mobile games. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man.
Your dedication is unmatched.
Yeah.
I had
My investments are unmatched as well.
You're right about that. I haven't played much this week. This is the Division. Haven't even cut my other systems on. I'm enjoying that grind though. That Division's fun. We're all tier 5, cool. And now especially that I'm looking at gear and building the loadout I want. It's getting fun. Like yesterday, I modded out all my gear with the ones I had that were relevant to me. Got a couple of gold mods that gave me assault rifle damage, which my main gun's assault rifle. So yeah, I mean that's fun to see you start melting people a little bit faster, and it feels good, and the game's fun.
Oh, so you're maining an AR, and what's your secondary? LMG?
LMG, yeah.
See, I'm the other way. I like to main the LMG. And then, like, because the reload times are so long, sorry to interrupt you, but the AR is like a quick, like, I pop that bitch up and put 40 rounds in him and put him to sleep.
Yeah, I've got it the other way around. I've actually done that. I rock the LMG mostly throughout my leveling, so like I'm used to that build, and it just feels good.
Yeah, they're good weapons.
So I'm rocking that, and that's part of the build I'm going to go for. Right now, like I've got the assault turret and the assault drone. But I'm going to start looking at some other stuff because it's pure offense right now, which is good, but there's some other ways to play this game, and I kind of want to look into that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you haven't gone the healer route.
Honestly, like I'm looking like it's not needed right now.
Probably going to be needed in the raid.
So we'll see.
Yeah, but then, like, what would you rock? Would you rock, like, the chem launcher and the heal drone, or would you rock the little hive thing that reses you, and what else?
Probably the chem launcher and then the res.
Yeah, that res is mean.
Yeah, I mean that res is almost the one that you have to have.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the auto res on it though. Like how quick it automatically fires up.
Yeah, if you're touching, if you have one in your inventory or have it ready, not on cooldown and you die, it automatically picks you up.
Yeah, I wish that you had a choice.
I wonder if there's a...
like a mod, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, because, like, you know, if you're just knocked, like, I don't need that thing to pick you up. I can pick you up.
True. That'd be worth looking into, especially if you're running it. Our boy Will runs it a lot. Definitely worth looking into. Because, I mean, I haven't messed around with a lot of the skills anyway. I haven't used the shield. I haven't used the Firefly. Haven't used the Seeker Mines really, maybe once or twice. So there's a lot I haven't messed with. And that's good for the game because there's so much shit in there to do. You just get lost in it.
Yeah, the thing that I don't like, though, is like how like out of reach I feel the mods are for your skills.
I agree. They're tough to get.
Yeah.
They're very tough to get. And then the ones you get, you're like, fuck, I don't really need that.
Yeah, or I just fucking break down all my shield ones because I'm like, I don't want this. I ain't rocking
I know.
a shield.
They're good for mats.
True.
But that's it. That's all I played. I mean, that really ran the whole gamut of my gaming experience.
Yeah, that real life grind is getting to you, boy.
Yeah, just a long week. It's almost over, though. We made it to another week.
I know, dude. I have the worst schedule tomorrow.
What you got going on tomorrow?
I have like shit to do from 8 to 9, then a meeting from 9 to 1, and then something to work on 2 to 4, and I have to leave an hour early because I worked through my lunch the other day.
Damn.
Yeah, so it's like I'm only really assigned 2 things. It's like work on half a day this, half a day that, and don't touch anything else.
Yeah, that sounds shitty.
Yeah, and then guess what? Next release, like after we do this June release, we'll go into our August release. Total sidebar. I'm 75% dedicated to one project, and then I only have one other thing to work on for the other 25%. It's like I have 64 hours for the whole release on one thing, and then the rest of my time is elsewhere.
That sounds monotonous.
It's going to be shit-tastic.
Well, I'll try to grace you with my presence and make your days better. How about that?
Thank you, man. Thank you.
A nice text. How you doing, buddy?
Aww.
You keep doing you, boo-boo.
Yep. And on that note, no more pity for Carmen. Let's get into some news.
All right. Let's hit it off. Let's start out with something pretty cool. So Sony had their State of Play. We talked about the first one. It was pretty boring, pretty lackluster. You didn't miss anything. They stepped it up a little bit this time. Although it's only 10 minutes, they dropped some pretty cool bombs. So let's talk about that a little bit. Probably the most notable and the biggest thing to come out of it is we got a new trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yes.
And you took a look at it right before we got on the podcast. What'd you think?
I think that it looks amazing. Probably one of the best graphical things that I've seen for this generation of consoles. Which to me is no surprise. Square Enix cuts no corners when it comes to cinematics. The gameplay actually looked pretty good. I'm not. They don't show enough of it for you to know if it's like turn-based, like with the meters. I'll have to watch it again to be sure, or if it's kind of like the Final Fantasy 15 route. But they do show like Barret, and then they show Cloud doing attacks. And it looks like it was focused on one of the two of them. So, I'm interested to see what else comes from this. They obviously put at the end of the trailer that we'll get more information in June, which is really good because they've been radio silent for so long. This is going to definitely make some noise. It's definitely getting the water churning again.
Yeah, we haven't really heard anything since E3 last year, I believe.
Yeah, when they blew the doors off.
Right. And, really, this is a very, very highly anticipated game. So I'm going off what you said. It looked more more like Final Fantasy 15 to me. I didn't see like any turn-based options. Now they could have skipped over it on purpose.
I saw some meters on the right. Like, do you remember? Like, there's some times where you could actually see like all the characters that were in your party, and they had like a little blue and yellow meter. But I'm not sure what that denoted.
Okay. I'll be glad to see which way they take it.
Yeah. What'd you think about the cinematics?
They look good, but I have no doubt. I'm kind of along the same vein with you. Like, they do great with cinematics. It's one of their strong points. I like the way it looks. It seems like the voice acting is done well. It didn't seem cheesy. It seemed like it synced up pretty well. So, I mean, what we're seeing so far looks pretty good.
Hell yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, how far along is this? Because I was reading an article. This seems to be like an earlier on portion of the game.
I don't think they're that far along because they brought it back in-house, which I'm sure that meant that they doubled down on it and put more staff on it, and now they're crunching. But I would imagine that we don't see...
they brought it. I forgot about that.
Yeah, they took it back, and they said, we're going to make this right. And I'm sure that we'll see this first quarter 2020.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's pretty soon. That's pretty optimistic, I think.
Well, think about it like in this sense is that, they go silent for so long and then they start showing content. Like, think about like when Kingdom Hearts 3 started, like when they like gave us a release date. Then it was like every 2 weeks we were seeing some little teaser or they were having some little event. And then before you know it, we got there.
I got you. I get your logic. My gut's saying that's still a little early. Maybe holiday 2020.
Holiday 2020. So you're saying a whole year and a half. Wow.
Almost, yeah. I mean, I think there's not. So we're going off 1 minute trailer. It's hard to really gauge. A lot of it's just. I mean, it's a shot in the dark at this point. But if we see more in June, that would lead me to believe that there's more going on. I might could bump that up. But right now, I mean, I'm thinking a year at least, maybe more. And so I'm gonna go with. Conservatively, 2020 holiday.
Earliest we see it, holiday 2019. That's like they like really fucking did it. Like, I don't think it's possible. Like, I'm thinking more of like a February release. But if they really, really grind hard, I think they could get it out. Holiday 19.
If they drop this at E3, that would be a bomb.
To say,
it's coming out this year.
Oh, hell yeah.
Holiday this year. It would be huge. So we'll keep an eye out. I would love to get hyped for it and think that. It's kind of hard to think that way, just judged, basing on their track record. But who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us with this one.
Yeah, I'm not getting too hyped up for it. Like, I want to see more because like I don't have faith in the game. I have faith in this one trailer. So like, show me what you're going to do with this and then let's go from there. And they have next month to show us, and then who knows? They may show us something again in August or September.
Or wait till next year. We don't know.
Exactly.
So we'll keep an eye out because this is definitely, and I know it's on Jeremy's list of things he's interested in, but I think he's a little bit more cautious about it at this point. So
yeah, I think that he's not as interested in it as he once was. But we'll let him speak on that next week.
Yes,
I want to hear his opinion on the trailer.
Oh yeah, me too. Because I didn't even know it dropped until I got off work at 6. It dropped at 6. And then when I got home, I started looking at the news. I was like, shit, perfect. So that was a nice little thing to cut the internet on and see that just blasting across in the main feed. Like, oh, okay, all right.
I see you, Square Enix. I see
what you're doing. They also announced MediEvil, which we've talked about. They're doing that full remake on there. It's going to be dropping October 25th, and it looks good. They haven't dropped any more trailers since that one trailer they dropped.
Yeah.
But it looked good back then.
Yeah, it's going to be a good game. I never owned the game. I'm pretty sure I only had like a demo that I got out of a cereal box that I played this on as a kid. But it always interested me, and I think it's going to be a good game. I'll play it. I'll buy it. Yeah,
so go check out, and I lied, they did drop the gameplay trailer with it at this State of Play. So there's this one and the original one they had. But I did play this as a kid, but I forgot about it. So it didn't stick in my mind very much. But like when I heard it was coming out, I was like, man, I've seen this before. So I looked at the gameplay and I was like, I used to have this game, but I totally forgot about it for some reason. I don't know if it was just something I just don't know if it's something that didn't stick with me or what, but I'm very excited for this. I really want to play through this game.
Let's get it.
So that's pretty exciting. They announced this new Predator game. So it's by the same developers who did the Friday the 13th game. So think along the same vein. But instead of Jason and the campers, you're actually going to be, one person will be a predator, and then you'll have a group of hunters. The goal of the hunters, obviously, is to kill the predator. The predator's got to kill the hunters. These games, like the Monster Hunter games, Evolve, things like that, they haven't really, Friday the 13th, once it worked all its bugs out, people liked it. But for the most part, like, they don't really grab people. Like, they don't make this big entrance and historically they haven't. Since Evolve, like if you remember, Evolve kind of fell flat. Monster Hunter, not Monster Hunter, the original Monster Hunter, like where you actually would go and hunt monsters as a group, which I guess kind of Monster Hunter World, but the original ones, like those kind of fell flat, you know?
Yeah, I don't think that this genre of game sticks because I think that people learn the strategies fast and then like they don't lose. So it's like you either become a really good predator and go against a group of really bad people, like I don't know what they're going to be called. And then
hunters.
So just hunters, sorry. So, you're going to go up against a mediocre team of hunters and then you're just going to wax them. So, yeah, you're going to have a ton of fun, or you're going to become you're going to get a really good group of hunters and no predator's going to be able to beat you. So, I think the same thing happened with Friday the 13th, Evolve. It's just, it gets old. It gets old fast. And, like, how much can you mix it up? Like, how many different maps can you play on before you're like, I really don't want to play anymore. I don't want to hunt. I don't want to be the predator. I don't want to do anything. I don't even want to watch this. I think that happens fast.
Yeah, and I wonder how much like the barrier to entry. Like if you don't do a really good job on balancing this game, somebody who's new comes in, becomes the predator, and just gets absolutely obliterated because they don't know what to do. Yeah, or vice versa, they go to a hunter, and this hunter is supposed to be the guy who lays down artillery fire with his special, and you've never done it, so you just run around and shoot things.
I'm not sure. I didn't play Friday the 13th, so I don't know how well that game got balanced. But I just don't see it sticking. And then like how many different ways are you going to do this? Like you're going to do it with Jason, then you're going to do it with Predator, and then what's next? Like Chucky, and then any other thing. Yeah,
Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, so then you're going to do Freddy Krueger, and then it's like, he's going to have a power that's going to put you to sleep, and then you go in the dream world, and then he eats your fucking brain cells. Like, it's played.
It's following in the same vein as Battle Royales.
Yeah, it is just another version of Battle Royale.
Battle Royale just sticks harder than this genre does.
Yeah, it's like it has a better following, I think, and it's like a cult thing. It's like, are you into Predator? Yes, no. Okay, yes, you'll like this game. No, you probably won't enjoy it, but maybe you can give it a try.
I love Predator, and I don't know if this game is going to be for me. We'll see. I mean, but like even Friday the 13th, I didn't touch it till it went free. So
and this one will eventually end up in the same vein.
I agree. But hey, a new game, it's always cool to see new IPs. I mean, at least it's a good skin. Predator's always got some cool lore behind it, so I'm not too mad at it. They could have made some worse choices on the style of it. Could have been like My Little Pony versus bronies who just want to fuck you.
Whoa.
Or something.
Whoa.
I mean, that'd be terrible, right?
Yo, shout out to the bronies. You bastard, you.
I didn't say it was bad. I just said they're coming to fuck you.
Well, I don't want them to fuck me.
Well, not you personally, but My Little Pony. When you're playing as My Little Pony, Rainbow Pony Dash. You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, all right. So Apex Legends. Let's move on to that. It's coming to mobile, and at first I was like, really? But then I guess, like you said, it kind of has to because every other one is on mobile.
Yeah, it's like Fortnite. Who's gonna do it best is the question. We already know PUBG Mobile ain't where it's at, so.
Fortnite Mobile is pretty optimized.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
But I think Apex could do the same thing. It's not super intense.
Yeah, but Apex has like I can't say it has harder mechanics because Fortnite has the building mechanic.
I would think building is the hardest mechanic in Battle Royales right now.
Yeah. See, they needed to come up with a fancy way to build, like where you just kind of like shake your phone like they shake their mouse. And just build that shit up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm not a fan of those games on mobile because like it's too hard.
Virtual controllers suck. First off, I think we've established that. There's very few that I've played that were any good.
Yeah, you have to have a big phone and you have to have normal size fingers.
Yes, absolutely. I wonder, and I haven't looked into it, but are the independent studios doing these ports, or is the same studio doing the mobile ports? You know how like what you call it does the port for Crash? What's the name of it?
Vicarious?
Yeah, Vicarious. They're known for doing remakes and ports
I'm not
and
sure.
things like that.
They may have just made a little division at the studio and said, hey, here's the game. All you have to do is, program it in this other language, and here's all your assets and all of this and that. And there you go.
I mean, it seems like it'd be cheaper to do in-house, but if there's one studio that's like, we'll do all your ports, all your mobile ports. Somebody's
getting in on the cheddar cheese.
You're right. Somebody's getting paid somewhere. That's for damn sure.
Yep.
I follow a guy on Twitter, and he's actually one of our fraternity brothers out of Shepherd, but he's a streamer and got a fairly good following. But he was like talking about people say Apex Legends is dead, but when you look at a game like Ghost Recon, or what's the one where you're actually doing the like breaching the house? Why am I blinking so much today?
I know what you're talking about.
Now this is gonna bother me. Rainbow Six Siege, which is actually a fairly popular game, is getting a shit ton less views on Twitch than Apex is. So Apex is still going strong. Got a good following.
They're fine.
You're not hearing a lot about them. They're not doing a lot of updates right now, but they're fine. The game's fun. It's a good game. There's no doubt about it. So we'll keep an eye out for that. But while we're in the same vein of these battle royales, let's talk about some Fortnite. Season 9 is out. I believe it just came out today. Maybe I can't really remember. They got some cool events coming on, but one of the ones that really stuck out was they're doing another like a John Wick event. So I think a while back they did the John Wick skin, and now they're doing some events. There's like certain challenges related to that you can do. So that looked pretty cool.
They do that well. I love their crossovers.
Yeah, like that's what they're starting to be like known for that. Like something comes out and they throw it into Fortnite, you know you've made it.
That's a fact.
Like that's how you know you're famous, is when your shit gets brought into Fortnite. I mean, no longer is it about views.
It's about how much money you'll turn over to Fortnite to put your shit in their game.
Exactly. But there's some other stuff going on. It's normal, like Season 9 challenges. There's a couple of cool things, but I thought this stood out the most, so I wanted to bring that up. And it really meshes in well with the next news story we have about John Wick. It's getting his own Gun Fu game. And get this, it's going to be an Epic Store exclusive.
No surprise.
They are, they're smashing it right now, right? Yeah. They're trying to give Steam a run for their money, no doubt.
I think they already are.
I do too.
Like, they're in there. The game looks cool, but it also looks cheesy as fuck.
I don't like the art style. I mean, I usually like the art style. If you haven't seen it, go check it out. It's like a cel-shaded, cartoonish comic book style, I guess it kind of looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of blocky, but like it's not like just squares. It's blocky in the sense of like how they've rounded off corners. And John Wick looks kind of cool.
It's very colorful. I mean, it's got a cool color palette to it for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely different. So, and a lot of times with these vibes, I mean, I like the vibe of it. I just hope it's something worth playing.
Yeah, me too. It looks like a mobile game to me, honestly.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, kind of like that style of it doesn't look super serious like it'd be on a console or a PC. But the little trailer I saw for it looked pretty cool. And you can go check it out. I mean, it's in the gun fu action type stuff. So, like, you'll be doing all your fun hitting people in the face with guns, then dropping a mag down and catching it with your other hand, shit like that. Shooting somebody behind your back.
You excited about John Wick 3?
I'm so excited. I love the series. I love it. It's one of my favorites. And like, if you're any kind of action fan, this is it's perfect almost. The acting's really good. Keanu's killer. Keanu's actually like a shooter in real life. He does speed shooting and things, so he tries to make it as realistic as possible, and he does a good job.
I agree.
So yeah, I'm really excited. I'll probably that might be when I actually venture out to the theaters for. We'll see.
Nice.
We'll see. I don't get out to the theaters too much. It's got to be a really big fucking event for me to go. We'll see. I don't like people that much. I don't even really like you, but hey, gotta talk to you. I'm just fucking around. I like you a lot. We got a new Ghost Recon Coming out, Breakpoint. Sounds like a badass game. The name, at least, sounds badass.
Yeah, the name's pretty cool.
It comes out October 4th. I haven't seen too much about it other than it's more Ghost Recon, and it seems like they tried to fix what people said was wrong with the first one.
Hopefully.
Seems like they're trying to listen. I mean, I really think that I don't think Ubisoft does a bad job of listening to their fans.
I think they do well.
Much better than some other companies, EA in particular.
That one just stands out so much.
That is the one. Nintendo does it some.
They all do it to an extent, but some just go harder than others on the ignoring.
Is this even gonna brush your radar? Or are you pretty done with that game, that franchise?
I don't really play it.
It's right up my alley. I mean, open world. I mean, I love Ubisoft's stuff. I think they're a good studio. The first one was fun. I played a good amount of it, but I just it didn't grasp me to stay into the end game of it, to get into the meat and stay in. You know?
Yeah.
The Division is the only Ubisoft game that's really done that to me.
Yeah, I just don't think that they need so many open world shooters. Like, why do you need another one?
Well, it's like it seems like they got this formula, and they really try to perfect it. They had the Division, Ghost Recon Wildlands, or now Breakpoint, and then Division. All three kind of in the same vein. The only difference with Far Cry, obviously, it's its first player. But, I mean, they do good with it. I mean, I think their games are tight. They figured out their shooting. I mean, it feels like a good game. I can't really say I've had a bad experience with their shooting, especially playing as much Division as I have.
Oh, no, the shooting is tight.
But with games like this, the stories run stale. It's the same story everywhere. It's like a military coup in some foreign country, or it's a drug cartel in some foreign country, or, you know, the most, I think the best storyline they've had in a long time is the cult here in, actually in America in Far Cry 5, yeah. I mean, it kind of broke out from the mundane drug cartel of a foreign country when you're in a jungle, you know?
Oh, yeah.
But Ubisoft has grown on me over the last couple years.
They like to take that top spot from you?
No, well, I tell you what, Bethesda still got it, but they've got a lot to make up for this Fallout scenario. So I want to see what they do at E3. I want to see what they do to make up for it. And I really want to pay attention to what their next drop, how the game looks, that kind of thing. I'm basically giving them another chance.
You're a brave man.
See what happens. You can't jump the ship that fast.
The fuck you can't.
Who do you run to at that point? Ubisoft? EA?
I mean,
Naughty Dog?
Who produces the same quality of broken games? EA. If you want bugs, go from Bethesda to EA. You can't spell Bethesda without EA.
That's true. That's a good, that's quite an astute observation you did there.
Yeah, man.
Speaking of EA, great segue. Thank you for that. Made it easy for me.
Anytime.
EA Access is launching on the PS4.
I think that's pretty good.
I do too. I think it's pretty cool.
It may make me want to get into sports games a bit more now that they'll be more accessible, but they have the worst basketball game ever.
The price is good. $30 for the year. Pretty good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
And they've got some other cool titles. I mean, obviously I think they got Titanfall 2's on there. I know they got FIFA 18 on there. Pretty much, I mean, all their big titles are on there.
Yeah, I can get down with that.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm glad it's finally coming because it was exclusive to Xbox forever. And this is going to do nothing but increase their sales. People love this stuff. Especially the fact you get the new Madden.
Yeah, the new Madden is where it's at. Like, I like playing the new Madden, like, for a week.
Yeah, me too. Then I'll never play it again. But for $5 a month, I could play it. I
Oh,
wouldn't feel
yeah.
bad.
Yeah, you don't feel bad when you uninstall it.
Yeah, like I spent $60 on it, play it 8 times, and I'm like, oh, well, I'm good there.
Yes, sir.
And I remember how bad I suck at Madden, and then it really makes me just like, nope, never again.
I feel like it's the game, man. I hate to blame the game, but I feel like it's the game.
Maybe, but...
They eliminated the deep pass. They eliminated the run game. Defense is so stout, you can't do shit. Doesn't matter what scheme they throw at you.
It's hard out there for a Giants fan, I'll tell you that.
Major key.
Monster Hunter World. becomes Capcom's best-selling game ever.
That's good.
That's pretty big. That's pretty high praise.
Yeah, that's really good. Thinking about all the games they've had come out, and that's the highest selling game.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta think
that outpaces Street Fighter.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow, I have a hard time believing the
at least
later
the highest
Street
selling
Fighters.
single Street Fighter.
Yeah, I know, not as a franchise.
Yeah,
but even Street Fighter 4 and 5, those games had to have sold gangbusters.
Well, I mean, apparently not like Monster Hunter World. And I think what really helped is because Monster Hunter World was the first Monster Hunter that took off in the States. It was still pretty big overseas, and they were making a lot of games, but it hadn't taken off in the States in a while. I don't know if we really, maybe one other time that I know of. I'm not the video game historian, obviously Jeremy is, but this one flew off the shelves over here compared to how it used to. I mean, it got really well received over here. Plus, it was well received in overseas in Japan. So it had double trouble. So that was good for the sales of it.
Oh yeah, everybody was like, "Gotta get it, gotta have it."
Shit, I bought it. I played it for about a month.
I can't get into it.
It's tough. It's not intuitive necessarily. I get the appeal. When you get to the point where you need to hunt this monster and you need to go farm to get some gear that helps you hunt this monster, like he lays down fire breath, so you need fire resistant armor, or his tail's poisonous, so you need to rock a poison resistant set, that kind of thing. That's pretty cool.
But for, like you said, you played for a month, so it just wasn't the game for you.
Yeah, it was another one that just didn't grab me. Great concept, and I understand why it's got such high praise. It's just not for me.
Understandable.
So, but good on them. Capcom's killing it. They're a good company. They tend to kill it in 2 different continents. So, good on them.
Yeah, a lot of people are hitting their stride. A lot of developers.
It is. I feel like this is going to be a good year for gaming.
I sure.
So far we're doing pretty good. And I guess we'll have to end on a bad note since I said that. It's not a terrible note. I mean, I'm not super surprised. I don't think you are either. But if you remember, we talked a while back about this Mad Box. And it was a new console coming to the game. And, it's going to be the world's most powerful console, yada, yada, yada. It was going to get with the developers, have their own exclusives, plus old school game lineups, the whole works. And apparently, when Google announced Google Stadia, the majority of the investors pulled their backing from the Mad Box. So Mad Box is not happening as of right now. The future looks bleak for it. Let's put it that way.
I would have pulled out too. But I mean, I probably would have never gotten in. You probably couldn't have convinced me otherwise. But Stadia is going to kick off the future of gaming in a new direction. And I think it's a good move for people to be weary.
It's funny to me because Stadia's actual tagline is "The future of gaming is not a box."
Yes.
And this fucking thing's called the Mad Box.
Them motherfuckers heard that tagline and they were
omens.
like, "Bro, you either come up with a new name or we're out." And they were like, "We got nothing, man. We got nothing."
That's bad omens right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and the only reason that really is as far as the gaming news world goes, that's kind of a small blip. But I thought it was cool when I saw it because we talked about it, and we always talk about new hardware, especially because we weigh in on why would you do it right now, that kind of thing. How can it stand up against the 3 giants right now? And we bring it back up because we see it didn't even get off the ground.
Yeah, it didn't really have much of a chance. I think we had some people comment about it. And they were like, "I'm getting it." Well, haha, you're not getting it. Thanks for listening.
Another thing, whatever came of that Sega console. Was it a Sega console? No, it was
the Atari.
The Atari console, yeah.
Yeah, what happened to that?
Whatever happened to that? The Atari console. Let me see what happened here.
Oh, down the Google wormhole.
Here we go. Why don't we go down that wormhole? The Atari VCS, the Atari box, is an upcoming home video game console. Pre-orders began May 30th, 2018. Let me see here. It's not saying announcements. It's not saying, I don't think we got a lot of... It says the console is launching in 2019.
All right, bet.
When you go to AtariVCS.com, you can still pre-order. Let me double check that. At least the pre-order button is there.
I just want the Bluetooth hat, okay?
It is... it takes you to a Kickstarter Indiegogo page, and they've got 11,000 backers. They've raised $3 million.
God.
They're working on a demo. They have a working demo, not the final project. They're working basically on a prototype right now.
This is going to be a super huge bust. Shout out to all you people that hit that Indiegogo.
$329. The projected launch is December 2019.
They're projecting $329?
Oh, that's what you pay for the... Let me go to it. Hang on. The featured bundle, which is the all-in bundle, is the system, the controller, and then the Atari joystick controller for $329.
Jesus.
The controller, the actual controller, which is like the Pro controller, is $59. The joystick by itself is $49. Together, you can get them for $89, and then you can buy the system by itself for $239.
That's ridiculous. But that's all I have to say.
I'm surprised. I was really expecting it to not be to no pre-orders, but they're taking pre-orders. They're keeping updates. That last update came 22 days ago.
They're fucking up.
Hey. It might come out December. Who knows?
It might. And it might fall on its face.
I'd be anxious to see if it even takes off. Now seeing what happened to the Mad Box, it'd be nice to know if it even takes off. They got the money. They got the backers.
Yeah, they got plenty of money. I
guess money's not always the issue.
No, it's delivering is the issue with most of these campaigns.
And the thing with Atari is you can find the Atari collection on all the consoles right now.
Yeah, so why do you need it? Why do you need their system?
Same reason you buy the minis or whatever.
True.
But unfortunately, I have no other things to talk about. That's it for the news. Did I miss anything?
No, I think you covered it. So, kind of slow. Sony State of Play was the biggest thing.
Yeah, some cool stuff came from there. I think Jeremy's out, so no SuperFight this week. We'll bring that back next week.
Jeremy is actually the champ again.
Right, I know. So
Jeremy's been crushing it.
Last time he was a champion. He went on a pretty long run.
Yeah, now he's back at it again.
So we'll see. We got to dethrone him. He went from getting really shitty roles to I'm doing pretty good. Fuck you guys.
Yeah, he's crushing.
So tune in next week. I'll let Carmin get us out of here. He's got the voice. He's got the knowledge. Get us out of here.
All right. I've been slipping up, but I have some more Select Start that needs to be uploaded. I just have to remember to bring my flash drive to my office. So stay tuned for that. We have content. We'll be scheduling another recording session. Cam is not going to get the flu. We're going to have all three of the amigos in the studio smacking on some video games. If you're not listening to us on all of our platforms, go ahead and do that. Hit those subscribe buttons. Turn on them notifications. We have something cooking in the books. Stay tuned. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but we are reaching outside of the box. And on that note, play on and stay hella
average.